Alright. Happy Friday. And then what y'all call it? Friday, whatever. Nah, but this is my weekly check-in. First and foremost, hope everybody doing good, right? Hopefully you had a blessed week. And hopefully you have an even more blessed weekend. So what we talking about today? I can tell you what we not gonna talk about. We definitely ain't talking about no do-rags and Uggs, because y'all done wore that out. Y'all wore that out, boy. My man came out with the do-rag and Uggs and y'all just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a few people that said they piece, and you know what I'm saying, and they made valid points, and then we move on. But it is what it is. That's not the topic of discussion today. The topic of discussion today actually has nothing to do with the profession, the military, anything like that. Today's topic is actually more personal. And I decided to share this because I was talking to, really was talking to a lot of people. And whenever I feel moved to share something that's on my mind, I just decided to share it. I feel like, that's my gift from above. And, I received a sign that I should share this, So here it is, right? It's no secret for many of you who actually pay attention to me that I am going through some personal things right now. One of which is my mother, who I love dearly, who has, been there for me, who has done everything for me, and not just me, but me and my brother. I can't even begin to put into words how much my mother means to me. And, as of recently, my mother has been, diagnosed with, early stage dementia. And, I'm not going to go into details about all that because, this video isn't about necessarily that. What this video is about more so is, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. So, I went home to visit my mom. I go home often. And what bothers me, kind of more so annoying, is, and understand this, when I say this, just know that I do understand why people ask this, but I got to be real with y'all. So when people ask me, they be like, oh, how's your mom doing? How's your mom doing? Is she doing better? Is she getting better? How's your mom doing? Is she getting better? And it's quite annoying, and frankly, it's quite ignorant, meaning you're just lacking the education behind dementia. Because for anybody who knows anything about dementia, there is no getting better. There's no such thing. This is one of those illnesses where they just get worse over time. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no cure for it. There is no, is she doing better at this? No. The answer is always going to be no. So when people ask me, let's say, for example, right, I just came back and, people say, oh, how's your mom doing? Well, shit, I'm going to tell you the truth. She's not doing better. She's not doing better. Like, I don't know what you want, what response or answer you want, as if to say, like, as if you want me to say, oh yeah, she's doing, no, I'm gonna tell you she's not doing better. And then the thing about that is, then you're gonna be like, oh, well, what's wrong? She's got dementia. Like, so I would prefer, and some people actually ask it this way, I would prefer people to say, how was your visit? Right? Like, how was the overall visit? Because even though she's not getting better, that doesn't mean that the time spent wasn't great. Right? That doesn't mean that we didn't have a good time, we didn't share memories, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, right? Like, it's still good times. But the truth of the matter is, when you're taking care of someone, with this type of illness, there is no getting better. And so, I've had people reach out to me who are going through similar situations right now with their parents. And they ask me, well, how do you handle this? How do you deal with it? Because you know how y'all are, right? Y'all come on social media, y'all come on my page, and y'all see me posting about sports, or y'all see me posting about, the military or whatever, and y'all like, oh, Mac, he's good, he just Mac, y'all take social media at face value, and y'all think, social media is people's real life. But for the people out there who know that social media is not people's real life, they reach out and they like, hey man, I see you, dealing with your mom and what's going on. How are you handling that? Like, how are you able to, get up every day, go to work, smile, X, Y, and Z, because, my mom or my dad or my grandma, they're acting like this and they're acting like that, and whatever the case might be. So here's the thing. Here's my 2 cents. This is what I told a few other people. Yes, my mom is doing the same thing of what you're probably noticing in your parents. Yes, the confusion is there. Yes, the anger is there. Yes, you're going to see a side of them that honestly you're going to be like, this is not them. Yes, there are going to be times where they might not remember certain people or certain things, right? Yes, all of these are typical signs and symptoms of somebody with dementia. But I'm going to give you a few things that will help you deal with someone with dementia. I'm going to start with number 1. This is paramount. You won't be able to survive this emotional roller coaster without this number 1 thing. You ready? Patience. Patience. If you don't have patience, you better get some. You better go buy some. You better go find some. You are going to need patience, because they are going to test you. And when I say they, I don't mean like the person, your mother, your grandma, the illness and who they have become is going to test you. So you better have some patience. You better develop patience. You're gonna have to be able to meet them where they are. It's not about what you want anymore for them. It's not about, who they used to be. It's about who they are now, and you need to meet them where they are now. And that's going to take patience. So that's number 1. Number 2, do not try to do this alone. Do not try to be there for your parents or your grandparents alone. You better get you a support system, i.e., you better get you some therapy. You better talk to a therapist so you can let out the things that you're going through. I would start there. Obviously, friends, family, church, all of that is great too as far as a support system. But I highly recommend that you get you a therapist. That's number 2. Number 3, I would say educate yourself and educate others around you, like I'm doing right now on dementia. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people do not understand dementia. There's a lot of people out there that think they know about dementia and have no clue, or are lacking so much awareness about what dementia is and how you handle it. So educate yourself. And I feel like when you educate yourself, that is going to help you more with patience, because now you're going to understand that the reason why he or she is acting this way, or when they act this way or that way, it's not them. So I'll stop there, because I usually want to make these videos 10 minutes or less. I'll stop there with those 3 for now. There are so many more things, but take your time, give them grace. It's easy for me because she's my mom. Like, why would I, be upset and do all this with my mom when she raised me, she birthed me, right? So take your time, man. Be there for them. And for those who are taking care of people or family members who have dementia, for the rest of you all out there, you need to have grace on them, because I'm telling you, man, some of y'all have no clue and no idea. And you know, this is what I was gonna say in the beginning. This is not a shot at anybody, because hell, I didn't know about dementia either until I didn't know about what I know now until I was going through this with my mom. So this is not a shot at any of you, but just don't ask someone how are they doing, or if they're getting better, because the answer is no, or the answer is going to be getting worse. There is no getting better. Okay? All right. So that's it for today. That's what I said. Today is not a professional development military thing. You know, I said that I would start doing these videos because those of you who look up to me, or reach out to me, or whatever the case might be, you look at me as Lieutenant McCauley, and you look at me as the guy who has done all these things in the military, but I'm so much more than that. And part of that's my fault, because I intentionally don't post certain things on social media, because not everybody on social media is on there for the right reasons. Some of you out there really could give a damn about people that are on your friends list. You just want to be nosy, and you just want to talk about them folks behind their back, including myself. I'm not naive, but for those of you out there that genuinely actually do care about those that are out there, including myself, this is for you, man. So I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you, especially those of you that have reached out. Trust me, I am doing okay. Everything that I talk about, I'm doing. I walk it like I talk it. I just had my therapy yesterday. I have my strong support system. I have patience with my mother. I pray for my mother. I love my mother, and I'm gonna continue doing what I do, and my family continues doing what they do to help my mom out too. So, I walk it like I talk it, man. I don't get on here to stunt or to try to impress anybody. I just want to give back, because somebody out there is going through the same thing that I'm going through right now. And so if this is you, have patience, okay? Have patience. Give them grace. Make sure you have a support system, and educate yourself. All right, Mac out. Y'all have a blessed weekend.